So I used to find thrifted items all the time and refashion them into 40s looking pieces, but I stopped because honestly it's a lot more work than just sewing from scratch, because you have to unpick the seams and you have to fit everything that you want into these limited spaces. And creatively it's challenging. But then I found this and I knew I had to have it. Like, look at this green, and it's 100% rayon. And I think I can do something interesting with it. I haven't figured out what yet though. I think I might want to turn it around and use the button placket in the back. In that case, I'm definitely gonna have to change out the buttons because these would hurt digging into your back all the time. I know I want to use some of this braiding. I just don't know what yet. I'm gonna unpick it first and then I'll figure out design-wise what I want to do. I also want to mess with this button placket as little as possible. You know what? This is gonna take forever. I'll be back. Well, that took forever. Literally every seam had 3 lines of stitching for some reason. Unfortunately, when I took out the braiding, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a little bit of fading around it. And you can also see literally every stitch mark in the fabric. So my original plan is not going to work because I want this to look really nice. Fortunately, there's a lot of skirt fabric. Unfortunately, it basically just means that I'm mostly cutting this out of a rectangle, which is basically cutting it out of fabric. So it's not nearly as exciting as I hoped it would be, but this is my plan for plan B. I'm going to make this skirt, but I need to copy it onto new pattern paper first because this is a well-loved pattern from the original owner. It's got little notes and stuff all over it. It's really cute. And then I think I'm going to cut out a bolero, and maybe I'll add some of this braiding to the waistband of the skirt and to the bolero, and basically use this as a lining since it'll be on the inside and not seen. So yeah, that's the plan right now. I'm going to draft up that bolero pattern and copy over the skirt. So here I am trying to figure out how to lay everything out. Things I didn't plan on: seam allowance and the actual length of the jacket. And crap, it's too long for both of these pieces to fit. Maybe it'll magically work? What about the back piece? Does the back piece fit? Back to the drawing board. Okay, take 2. Okay, new plan. Crap. Seam allowance. It worked in my head. So when I originally decided to do the bolero, I thought I would make it shorter, but when I drafted it, I decided to keep it at waist length, which I didn't think anything about until I started cutting everything out and realized I didn't have enough fabric to do both the outside and the lining, so I had to get creative, and I struggled, but this is what I came up with. So for the front piece, I ended up cutting it out in 2 pieces, and I'm just gonna sew these together. And then for the back, I just cut it out of the black rayon that I had left over from my star dress back in October. So that means everything is cut out and I am finally ready to start sewing on this. Okay, I started to put together the Bolero, but then decided I didn't want to deal with all those darts yet, so I put together the skirt. I was kind of unhappy with the selection of invisible zippers that Joann's had. They didn't have a zipper to match this color very well, so I just, had to compromise, and I used my foolproof method of invisible zipper insertion. First, I measure out a 1/2 inch from my edge and do the same on both sides, making sure to mark exactly where I'm going to end on both sides. That's important. Sew the invisible zipper onto one side and then on the other side. And then realize it got twisted, unpick one side and sew it the correct way. Then, using a zipper foot to get right up next to that zipper, finish the seam as normal. Now I need to do the waistband. I'm just going to use the waistband off the original dress because it already has interfacing in it. I just need to cut it down to size and sew it back together. Okay, I've stalled long enough. Let's work on the Bolero. So I don't know how to tailor jackets. Maybe it's something I'll learn in the future, but it looks hard. So I just cut out some fusible interfacing and it'll have to do. Fusible interfacing. I don't like to use it, but it's easy. Okay, time to tackle these darts. I can't decide. I don't know if I want to cut off this curve here and have it straighter, or if I want a lapel and do all this fancy stuff. But the lapel's going to be smaller than this. I mean, the lapel's going to be 1/2 inch smaller on this side. I was originally going to do this one, but then I put it on and realized that it was a little curvy. And so then I was like, ooh, lapel. Which I like the lapel. It'll just be really hard to do both sides even. But it's cute. It's cute, but I think it'll be hard. I'll sleep on it and I'll figure it out tomorrow. After sleeping on it, I decided I kind of just want to do the simpler design instead of having the lapel, because I figured with the black lining, the back of the lapel might look a little weird. So I first wanted to make the front of this Bolero just a little bit straighter, so I had to cut off just a little bit. So I made sure that I still had that 1/2 inch seam allowance and just made it stick out slightly less. First, I need to figure out where I want these to actually sit, and then I'm going to mark them so that I make sure that they are even on both sides, or at least as even as I can get them. First side. Woo! It's so nice and straight and perfect. Second side. I got a little overconfident and it's all wiggly and also I ran out of bobbin thread, which is a good thing because it means I have less to unpick and try again. It's always about this time that I look at what I'm doing and go, what is this monstrosity that I'm making? I think it's because it doesn't have sleeves. I don't know. I don't know if I like the braid, but it's there, it's staying there. But I'm gonna add the sleeves. I'm using this jacket pattern sleeve, but I'm changing it up a little bit. I don't want the bell, plus the bell doesn't fit on the sleeves that were already on the dress. So I'm just making it a straight sleeve, and I'll add braid to the bottom of it, and hopefully I end up liking it. Okay, I definitely love it better now that it has sleeves. Look at it. I love the trim. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. The fabric was much shorter than my pattern piece, and so I didn't even try to make the skirt hem level when I cut it out. I just left it the way it was and then figured I would deal with it after I got the waistband on because I thought that would be easier and I didn't want to accidentally cut it too short. I tried filming the process of leveling the hem, but it didn't work out really well. So imagine that footage here. So now I just need to hem it and then it's reveal time.
Just the only powder. I'm gonna take this and give you.
I'm tired.
Well, you look great. Super backlit, like some kind of French film.
Who are we?
Does that make you want French fries?
Oh, I do love French fries. I can't believe this used to be an old 80s dress. Like, what? It is so stinking cute. I'm definitely gonna have to do more of these because this was so much fun. It was a lot of work. There's a lot of revising plans as I went, but I got this adorable suit out of it. So I'm going to be switching from a posting every other Friday schedule to just posting once a month, aiming for that third Friday of the month, but we'll see. With everything opening back up after being shut for COVID for a year and a half, my schedule all of a sudden got really busy and I am not able to keep up with my posting schedule and keep up with all of the other responsibilities I have in life. I hope you understand and I hope you liked this video, and if you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.